everyone. Before we get into the Happy Mail, I wanted to do a quick little public service announcement. The Mythographic Artist Vault, you all know what this is. It's a hardback, gorgeously made collector book that is filled with pages that were not published previously, that didn't make the cut of whatever book they were heading towards. And it's got a few different artists in here: Fabiana Attanasio, Joseph Kattenbang, Alessandro Fusi. And it's filled with pages we've never seen before. There are a few that do come from published books, like there's one from Labyrinth, but almost all of them are not seen before. They almost all have hidden objects because they're older pages, but they're brand new to us. The paper is fabulous, absolutely thick cardstock paper. The book is sewn, hardback, and gorgeous. However, it's only sold at Walmart, which is only in the United States. So here's my public service announcement. We have friends all over the world that are wanting this book. This book is really, really hard to find. Walmart.com is sold out at the moment. Walmarts there's a feature on their website and on their app which tells you which Walmarts have this in stock. However, that is completely false. Turns out, because I went to 5 Walmarts in 4 cities with an 80-mile radius of my house that said they had the book. 4 of them, they were sold out. One of them said they even had 3 copies. Turns out that Walmart sells their books with a third-party vendor who comes in once a month to replace the books. They have no control over what books are coming. They don't know. They have no control over what date they're coming in. They're all different. So finding out when a book's going to show up in a Walmart is impossible. Finding out if the Walmart has the book is impossible. You have to actually physically go in and look at the bookshelf and see the book area. I was about ready to give up and tell my 2 friends who were wanting this that they need to find another colorist in another part of a state because mine is wiped out. When I walked into a dinky little Walmart in my brother's city where he lives, and I went to the book aisle and the book stalker was there. It happened to be for this Walmart that once a month day that the book vendor showed up. So I just stood in the aisle. Here's a picture of me standing in the aisle waiting. And as she took books out of her box and put them on the shelf, I grabbed them. So I just stood there. I got these 2 plus 4 more books for myself. Oof, that was an expensive trip. I will do a haul on those. But I was just grabbing books as she brought them out. And she had these 2, so I took them. These 2 are already spoken for. They're going to the UK to friends. But there are more friends wanting this book. So if you were in a Walmart, would you please walk through, this is my ask, please, walk through the book aisle. It's usually back by the electronics, but this one was in the craft area. Just walk through that aisle. It's usually just one aisle, and look for this book. It's about $18, $19, $20 in US. Buy it, please. There are many people who want this, and they will pay you back and pay for shipping. So it won't cost you anything in the long run. But please help us out, get this book to more people. It's ridiculous that it's only sold in the United States. So my friends wanting this, look, here they are. They'll be coming to you. I'll be heading, I'm getting your addresses now and go to the post office and give you an estimate on what it's going to cost to get it to you. And I'll keep looking, but my Walmarts are wiped out at the moment. So thank you all for helping our friends overseas, and let's get on to the haul and Happy Mail. Hello, hi there. Hello, you. How are you doing? Look at me with my inky fingers. I've been playing this morning. Oh, it's so cold. It is November in Oregon, in the United States, in the woods, and we are having a cold snap. I actually, looking outside, my Buddhist prayer flags are flapping in the wind, and there's snow on the foothills just right over there. So we're going to have a cold winter. So you can hear my fire going. I have a propane fireplace. That's that humming sound. So Yeah, we're going to be stuck with that humming sound for a few videos while we're having this cold snap. I went down to the post office yesterday and I had packages. So I don't know what's in them. So I thought I would open them with you guys and we'll see what's in my packages. Okay. All right. So there were 3, and small, medium, large, and I'm going to start with the small one. Now, I did cut them open. So that's been done, but I haven't looked at them. They're just cut open. So this is the little one. Oh, this might not be Happy Meal. Let's see. Is there a note? Oh, this is from the compounded pharmacy. This is some medication. This is naltrexone. It is a compounded medication. Compounding just means that that it's not sold by big pharma. That basically it's medications that have been grounded and compounded together and put in these capsules. And you get compounded medication when there's a medication that is usually it's herbal or mineral or something like that, something that's not created by a big company. And your insurance in the United States may or may not cover it. So this one has been prescribed by my viral specialist for the long COVID stuff and for the myalgic encephalomyelitis, which basically means brain inflammation. So that's what COVID did to me. COVID went into my brain and messed with the mitochondria in my brain cells. And they're pretty much everything I've been put on has been experimental because this is all really new stuff. But there's been some great trials on naltrexone that it helps to rebuild your mitochondria. So there's a compounding pharmacy in Washington State that I get this from my doctor's prescriptions. And it's really neat because I wish more pharmacies did this. They actually text me like, hey, you're due. Do you want us to refill it? I'm like, yeah, hey. So I don't ever have to call them, which is important to me. And, but the weird thing is, this is 20 days worth. And the weird thing is, if I go through my insurance, it costs me like $60. But if I just pay for it out of pocket, it's $45. So they couldn't adequately explain to me why that was. So I pay for it out of pocket. So yeah, just supplements, and sometimes the stuff that keeps us alive is expensive, but it's an investment and it really is working. So wah wah. I do budget for my supplements and my medications because, I want to live. All right. Well, that's good. It's good I got that because I was almost out, but that wasn't really, it's kind of a letdown. Okay, let's look at the second package then. Now, this one looks promising because it's Amazon. So, and the cool thing is it was to Candice, which I thought was neat, like no last name, no nothing, just Candice. Now, no matter what you put there, the post office box will put it in my box. One of my recent Happy Meals, they couldn't remember they thought they didn't know what name the post office had for me, so they put Sister Min Bao, and the post office still put it in my box. They don't really look at the names, they just look at the numbers. So you can put whatever you want there. You can put Strawberry Water Lover, and it'll still get to that post office box. All right, so in this, now this is kind of squarish. It's square. It doesn't really shake. Oh, there's 2 things in there. Okay, let's look for the note. Oh, there's a lot of pieces of paper. Hopefully this one's more interesting than my drugs. Enjoy your gift from Julia. Is this Julia J. Mac Creative? My friend Julia, she's the one that gave me the super golden markers. And I absolutely love those. Wait. topping up your supply of glittery goodness to help you get through the difficult times ahead. What? Julia, I love to save these. Julia, what is this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good thing I'm over 14. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She got me too, because she knows I use them on everything. Oh wait, are they different? No, I just had them upside down. And there's that gold I love so much that I used all of. Oh, Julia. She's my super golden marker pusher. She's my dealer. She's my source. Oh, I love you so much. I am using these so much that I've now gone through the gold, the copper, and the red is almost gone. One of the blues is hitting the bottom. Yeah, I use these in everything. Oh, yay, I have my favorite gold back. I'm so excited. Oh, Julia. Gosh, you are just very, very special to me. Very, very special. Thank you. A new generation super metallic effect pigments. And these are, boy, if you don't have these, put them on your Amazon wish list, put them in your cart and wait for a sale. I mean, they're not cheap. They're not, but they're not super expensive. So they're just worth it. They really are. Nothing shines like these things. Love it. Oh, you are the best, Julia. Thank you so much. Okay, that was so much better than drugs. All right. Yay! Oh, I've got pages to use them on too. In fact, let me show you a page I'm doing. I actually, one of my pages this month that I almost forgot about. Look at this. Now I did this all in ink tints. So I'm still using my pages to practice my ink tints, but a lot of you commented on my last video on different ways to use them. So I've tried all three ways so far. I tried coloring and then wetting the paper. I really like that. That gives it the smoothest blend, but the lightest coverage. And then I tried, when you use a little sharpener, this is my favorite sharpener, and you sharpen it and then the shavings fall into a little container and then you get those shavings wet. That's pure watercolor pigment. It's awesome. You don't want to waste that. That provide really dark coverage. It was nice. I could get it as thick as I wanted to. I just had to be careful with how smooth it was. And then I tried the old standby of when I really needed it really dark and taking it, or I just needed a little tiny bit, taking it off the tip of the pencil. So taking a paintbrush, this is a Crayola. This is just something I was using in my journal, and doing this with water and then painting. And that got the most intense pigment, but the hardest to control. It was the least smooth. So, and look at what I did. Look at the gold effect. I did that with 3 different colors of ink tints, and just not blending them too much. Blending them, I colored them in stripes and then blended in stripes so that I didn't combine the colors too much. So I wanted to see if I could do a gold effect easier. And boy, this was easy. I mean, I did all that gold in probably 15 minutes. It was super easy to do with ink tints. So I'm really excited. I'm going to finish this out, but it needs some bling somewhere, I think. So these are definitely happening. And now that I have the gold, because it really needs the gold, I think I'm going to put the gold along in the background somewhere. So, yes. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. And I might put some gold around his neck or something. Oh, yes. I have so many pages that need that gold. Awesome. Okay. Take a breath. Take a cup of coffee. I made myself a nice milky coffee today. This is some coffee that a former beloved sends me beans from the Bay Area. And sounds very bougie, but he likes to make sure I have coffee. And then I put, because I'm lactose intolerant, I put some almond milk creamer that I got at the store yesterday. That's really good. That's helpful. It's like noon 30 in the afternoon, and I just got out of bed. It's my day off, and that's why the other reason I'm very energized. When I sleep, my normal biorhythm, my normal sleep is skewed. Like I feel best like if I go to bed at like 2 in the morning and get up at like 10 in the morning. I have a much better day. That's just the way my body is. And on days off, I let myself do that. So I feel really good today. Okay, enough talk. Let's get to the last gift. Now, this one is a big one. So I'm going to zoom out. Now, I did cut the other side and opened it, and I saw that they were books, but I wasn't really clear on what it was before I hurried and quickly shut it again. So this one is from a person, so I'm going to just cover their name, but I didn't recognize the name of the person. So I just cut this and then kept it shut as best I could and put it aside so that you wouldn't have to deal, because it was heavily taped. I had to cut. I mean, it was comical. And took forever. So you don't need to see the excruciating opening of boxes that I do. Okay, so we're going to open this up. I assume it's a gift, but I'm not sure. What? Oh, wait. Oh, look how well this was packaged. Oh, wait. I got these off of Mercari. Oh my gosh, they took forever to ship this. Oh, and look, they even put it in wow, this seller, okay, I forgive the fact that she took forever because she really packaged it. Okay, so I got these for dirt cheap. And I think it was the other one. It was a set, and I think it was the other one that's hiding under the Cthulhu that I really wanted. So let's look at these. Oh my gosh. Wow. This bag is cool, but how'd she get them in there? Wow, that's very well packaged. Oh my gosh, the Cthulhu coloring book, H.P. Lovecraft. Oh yeah, H.P. Lovecraft coloring ... and activity book. This one looked like so much fun. Sanity, shredding, imagery, and puzzles. Okay. Which one do we look at first? Let's look at the coloring book. Okay. So, I'm embarrassed to even tell you, but I've never been able to read a Lovecraft book. I got it on Audible once and tried to listen to it. I just got bored, and I don't know what the problem is. I've never been able to get through a book, and I want to because I love the cryptids that come from these books. So this is an artist, Nigel Dobbin, and the books are just in pristine condition. Like this is the best used books I've ever bought. This looks like it never was put on a shelf. Wow. Okay, so let's look at it. So those of you, oh my gosh, it hasn't even really ever been opened. So those of you that like Cthulhu, like Lovecraft, are going to be rolling in your chairs, in your easy chairs, to hear that I don't know what any of this is. But it was so up my alley. Okay, this book was 2016 by Arcturus Publishing. Pick up your coloring pencils. Well, I can pick up whatever I want. This paper is a little bit thinner than a Mythagoria and very smooth. Is it single-sided? Oh my gosh, but it's single-sided. So, pencils. I'm going to be picking up my markers. Oh, and then on this other side, it has the quote from the book that this monster comes from. So this comes from At the Mountains of Madness. Whoa. Okay, I kind of hope this will get me to try Lovecraft again. The Outsider. Because anything about, monsters and, I'm a monster fan. The Lurker at the Threshold. See, I love this because, yes, there are eyeballs again, but it's so animated, stylized. It's not realistic like a Mythagoria, so it's fun. It's like old style monster stuff. Woo! The Call of Cthulhu. Woo! Yeah, I'm kind of excited about this book. Plus, I couldn't see, I saw part of a flip through maybe, and I realized there was a lot of big open space, but I'm having fun with backgrounds and stuff right now, so I knew that would be, I finally got a handle on that, on backgrounds. Oh, this came from a bookstore that was selling on Mercari for cheap. That's strange. Wicked Good Books, Salem, Massachusetts. Oh, always 50% off used books. Oh, these must have been used. I'm going to go on their website. There's their website. If any of you guys are near Salem, Massachusetts, and you go to this bookstore, I'd love to see pictures of it, because how fun. A real life bookstore. Oh, that makes me love it. We just don't have those much. The history of the Necronomicon. Oh, that is very cool. In Defense of Dagon. The world is indeed comic, but the joke is on mankind. I am fascinated with Nautilus, so this is definitely something that's going to happen. And he's a private detective. I'm sorry if there's a little bit of shadows. I'm using more natural light today, so hopefully there'll be less glare. And it's, it's a rare daytime video from me. The Lurker at the Threshold. I listen to radio classics on Sirius XM. It's a old-time radio station with old-time stories from the 30s through the 50s, 60s. Dagon. And there's a lot of monster stories from back then. And they were scary. Just listening to them is frightening. And so maybe I'll listen to monster stories and color one of these monsters. The Haunter of the Dark. Doodles, I see you loving this book. In the Walls of Eryx. Actually, I really kind of like the paper. This kind of paper, it's got a teeny bit of tooth. It's not as smooth as I thought originally. It's got a little bit in there. But it could handle water. Medium, sure. Just, put something behind it, and you might iron it out at the end if it's crinkly. The Whisperer in the Darkness. If you guys want to know how to iron pages, of which I did, Winter 89 Colors just did a video where she showed she did a background in a Hannah Carlzon book and just dumped the water on it. And then at the end, when it was dry, she ironed the page, and it was come out beautiful. So check out that video of Winter 89 Colors. This is Pickman's model. He's having a very bad day. So this artist has taken the description that Lovecraft gave in the books and then created the monster. The Shadow Kingdom. Wow, Lovecraft had a lot of books, didn't he? The Tale of Santampra Zeros. I like this one. Ooh, so far that would be the one I want to do first. The Call of Cthulhu. From Beyond. That's wicked. That is wicked. That's so 60s. I want to see Doodle Robot do this one. I do. I want to see what she'd do to it. She would take this to another level. The Call of Cthulhu. Wow. Okay, that's really cool. That's very, very iconic Lovecraft. The Thing on the Door. It's so scary. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am going, when I pick a page to do, I'm going to read the story. Because they're short stories, right? The Shadow over Innsmouth. Okay, there was a time when I would never do this, but since those Good Wives and Warriors books where I'm really getting into just taking some acrylic paint pens, like 4 or 5, and just doing an entire page like this, I would totally do this. In the Walls of Eryx again. Those are the most beloved Venus flytraps. You see those in a lot of horror books. The idea of plants trapping and eating their own food is just delightfully scary. The Nameless City. Okay, oh, this one's cool. He's part person, part evil crocodile. Oh, that's a cool. Oh, wow, the artist really went to another level there. I love this. That is great. Oh, here's another good one. Nyarlathotep. Nyarlathotep. Oh, I would have so much fun with these. At the Mountains of Madness. Space Timber. That's cool. I love pictures that have black in it so that I don't have to worry about that part. The Tree. Those of you that love trees. The Street. That's cool. Ah, okay, I think this is one of the pages I saw in a very minimal flip through, and I was like, okay, I gotta get it. Herbert West Reanimator. Okay, yes. You know the famous painting, This Is Mocking. It's really, really good. It's so good. Ooh, The Hound. Ooh. I tell you, this was just sort of a whim that I purchased this, but it was so cheap. The Trap. They were so cheap I couldn't resist, and because I do love, you know, really good, I do love spooky books that are that are made by a really good artist and not AI. I just have to support that. The Whisperer in the Darkness. Oh, that's really neat. A giant stag beetle behind the Statue of Liberty. That's cool. Revelations of Glaki, Volume 12-1. Gosh, how many books did he write? The Thing That Walked on the Wind. I would totally make it so these symbols on him glowed. I love that there's these tentacles and so many of them. I actually really, really love coloring tentacles and octopus arms. That's a strange thing to say, but I do. Dagon again. I like these kinds of creatures to color because I love to play with these lumps to make them very 3D looking. You know, adding a light source on the top and dark around the bases. It just really, really adds a lot to the coloring. Oh, gross. The Outsider. God knows it was not of this world, or no longer of this world. Okay, I super duper love this. So beware, this might be coming at you. I love that. Nemesis. Oh, wow. This one, I have to save this for Space Timber next year. I love the it's coming right at North America. I love the perspective of it. I love this artist. The Temple. I'm thinking I need to find more of this artist. Another thing books like this with big graphic artistry is good for is altering. If you want to add something to the page or take away the page or cut something out or, you know, paper piece something, they're really easy because they're not super detailed. They're very big. So you can take out chunks and put other chunks in, so you could heavily alter pages like this. Plus the fact that it's single-sided makes the altering possible. The Shunned House. Oh, look at all the lucky stuff coming out of it. When Shanthy Walks. Sthanny. When Sthanny Walks. Yeah, see, this would be a good one where you could cut this part out just to here and then insert like a background from a magazine on it and make it look very real. Yeah, there are lots of YouTube artists that do that alter their coloring books. Coloring and Collage with EMS, she does that. There's several I follow because I someday want to do that. The Dark Mirror. Oh, that's really neat. That's really neat. This one would be so cool colored. The Beast in the Cave. Ah, he's running. That perspective is awesome. I don't know if I've ever seen a coloring page drawn from the perspective of the protagonist's feet running like this. That is really cool. What imagination this artist has. Despair. Really great artistry. Kind of reminds me of, Nightmare Cabaret, what I was just showing you. What's his name again? Fausto Bianchi. Fausto Bianchi, although he has a more angular style, he doesn't use many curves like this and stuff, but he does have a kind of a graphic style, and he plays with perspective of things coming at you or going away. And The Festival. And I like that. I like it when I get bored when things are just like a portrait looking at you. I want to see different angles and perspective. I want the page to move. At the Mountains of Madness. That is neat. I think I need to read this story. If you hear a dog chewing on a toy behind me, it's a dog chewing on a toy behind me. It's Jack. Dagon. What in the world? It's like part crayfish, part something, eel. And see, these backgrounds you can do anything to. Anything. You can cut around it and insert a background. You can do anything to it. I mean, I would probably just oil pastels or paint or something. Make it easy on me. This just says that this is just based on a quote from H.P. Lovecraft, not a particular book. Would you want to have like a coffee date with H.P. Lovecraft or not? I'm not sure. The Mound. This one kind of makes me laugh. It's like, la. It's like it's singing. I think I would alter this to make it funny. The Shadow over Innsmouth. That's neat. It's a very cool cryptid. I like it. Through the Gates of the Silver Key. Jack's having a really good time with that toy. The Horror in the Museum. It's like a fly in a orangutan. The Mound. I could just color any of these. These are pretty easy colorings. I mean, it's a big book, but it's such, I mean, I would use water mediums probably to make it easy on me. Psychopompus, A Tale in Rhyme. It's like a werewolf. I'm really impressed with this artist. The Shadow Out of Time. He has got graphic art nailed. The Dark Brotherhood. Is that Big Ben? In Defense of Dagon again. That's cool. The Call of Cthulhu. Oh, I like that one. Wow. If you are interested in this book, I would definitely go on eBay or Mercari because I think I've seen it before used. The Thing on the Doorstep. That's really disgusting. don't know if I've ever seen a page. Oh, I thought it was coming out of his nose. It's not. Okay. It's not as disgusting as I thought. It's not coming out of his nose. H.P. Lovecraft. This is just based on a quote he gave. Yikers. This quote's neat. It says, "There is no field other than the weird in which I have any aptitude or inclination for fictional composition. Life has never interested me so much as the escape from life." That's a cool quote. And then he drew this based on that. This artist has a talent. The whisper in the darkness. They're not whispering. Under the Pyramids. Wow, he had a lot of books, didn't he? I like that one. I love that one. The Haunter of the Dark. And I like that one. I think I like every page I've seen. I haven't seen a page I wouldn't color yet. Maybe this one. The Call of Cthulhu. That's really tiny. You'd need very, very fine liners. However, if you saw those Color water-based markers, they have really tiny ends. Maybe that's it. The Horror in the Museum. Eyeballs. I like the way he does his eyeballs, because eyeballs to me are really, really gross. I don't know why. But these are they're graphic art. They're not realistic art, and so I can handle this. They're very stylized. I could make them any color I wanted, and they give you the idea of eyeballs, but they don't look like real eyeballs. And that's it. What'd you guys think of that? I know those of you that don't like scary, gross wouldn't like this book, but wow, Nigel Dobbin, I'm pretty impressed. And this is probably one of the best, soft-sided books, the best condition. Here's the ISBN, in case you were looking for it. You could take a screenshot of this. It's the Cthulhu coloring book. Now, I wasn't looking for it. I was just scrolling through Mercari like I do and saw it. And I just put a like on it. I'm going to drink a little bit of coffee. I didn't put it in a cart or anything, but the way Mercari works is I think they can see your likes, and they sent me an offer. They send everybody who likes them an offer, and I sort of ignored it, and then they sent another offer. And then I was like, dang, it's so cheap now. I can't it'd be silly. So, if anything, if I don't care for it, I'll donate it. I can't remember, it was like $6 for both of these, something like that. So I did it, and boy, I like that. I'm keeping that one. Now, this one is an activity book, which I was kind of interested in. This one is in good shape as well. Here's the ISBN for this one in case you get interested and you want to see that. You could take a screenshot of that. This is puzzles, dot-to-dot drawings, and more coloring pages. So I love dot-to-dot for when my anxiety is high or when my fatigue is high. I enjoy that. I find them very calming. Again, this is Nigel Dobbin, again published by Arcturus, the same paper. Oh, looks like one of the puzzles is Hanji. So it explains here how to play that. It's kind of like Sudoku, it looks like, but no math, right? Yeah, you don't have to math. You're just putting in numbers. So that'll be fun. And then it tells you, it says what's in here. So then there's mazes, samurai Sudoku. I'd have to relearn how to play Sudoku. I kind of let that slip out my brain to make room for something else. Word searches. Those you like word searches, and dot-to-dots. And there's full solutions to all puzzles at the back of the book. Thank you. I hate being left with no solutions when I'm stuck. Okay, so the way this goes, there's a coloring page. And then here is that Hanji. I think I'm gonna like this. This would be a great book to take on trips, to do while you're watching television. You don't need to pay attention. Oh, look, okay, so this is double-sided. A dot-to-dot and a maze. But let's see how double-sided it is. Oh, yeah, they put see, you could That is an adult maze. Mazes usually don't interest me, but oh, would I do this one. Look at it, it's so intricate. It would actually take time to figure this one out. How do you guys do mazes? Do you do them with a pencil? I guess you'd have to because you'd want to erase it, right? Or do you do it with a pen to show all the times you stopped and started? There's probably enough here that I could play with both. Then here's a coloring page. That's a cool one. And a dot to dot. That looks like a person, doesn't it? With something right there. Sudoku. I feel like I didn't, yeah. Another dot to dot. That's some kind of scary rabbit or something. A word search. Oh, this is cool because this is adult level. This isn't child level unless you've got a really gifted child. Sudoku and a coloring page. I love everything about this book. Yeah, this is staying in the collection. This will give me something to do. Like, I can see myself, look at that, books, scary books and scrolls. I love coloring books. And this, I can see myself when it's like 11 o'clock at night and I just finished a page and I'm stalling going to bed, but I don't want to start a new page and be up till 2. I can see myself doing a dot to dot, or maybe not a Hanji. Oh, I love her. I love Skeleton Brides. I love to try to make their dresses transparent. That's the thing I've been working on this month, is how to make things look transparent. Dot to dot and a maze. Fun, huh? Ooh, there's another coloring page. I love that. Look at that old car. I have a hard time coloring on the left side of a page. I'd have to break this open a little bit. And then one trick is to put a book underneath this so you're not bending it so much so that it's got a nice hard surface. So take the other book, put it underneath it like this. Then it's flat and you can color easier. So your pencils and everything will work better if it's got a hard surface underneath it. All right. Dot to dots and word searches. Look at this coloring. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I would just use like distress inks over it. I wouldn't even try to color those tiny little spots. Look at that. Oh, I do like that one though. I do like that one though. Are these like centipedes with a thumb on the end of them? No, that's their head. Okay, that would be weird and disgusting. Oh, neat. These are chrysalis with something scary getting born out of them. Oh, look at that maze. These mazes are I'm going to do one of those mazes when I get off this video. Looks like fun. Oh, she's cool. I like this book a lot. I usually don't get activity books because they're usually on that really newsprint type paper, and that paper bothers me. That's really awful. That paper bothers me to touch it. I have a sensory thing about it. That's why I have a hard time with the Jade Summer book. I only have one of those because of that. It's on that kind of paper. But this is great paper. And this is the same paper that's in the other book. And it's really cool. And it's got, and these puzzles are not easy. Like, what a cool dot to dot. Do you guys do, if you do dot to dots, let me know. Do you then color them? I've done a couple dot to dots in my extreme dot to dot book, which is, I keep out so that I can play with it. Where is it? Is it this one? I have two, yeah. So I did that, and then I was like, do you then color it? Because I'm tempted to, but I don't think the pen I used is waterproof. Look at that. This dot to dot book is really fun, and but I'm tempted to color it now because I liked it. So this was a lot of fun. I'm doing the right side because I like the right side of the book. This is a really neat dot-to-dot book. I found this is, well, it's David Woodruff, of course. He does quite a few puzzle type books. He does paint by number or color by number books and a few different things. He has a wood cutting book, a book made from woodcut prints. Excuse me. But yeah, if you guys do dot-to-dots and then color them, I'd love to actually see that. If you want to direct message me and send me a picture of it, I'd love to see and tell me what you used. I think I would have to switch to a pen that was waterproof. It wasn't a Micron. I do have a Micron somewhere. I need to find it. Oh, there's a cool maze. Am I trying to get to the center? No, I'm going in one end and going out the other. And the words aren't they're made up words that he made up. A lot of them are. So, you know, it's not like you can look at it and find apple. You got to find Azathoth and Coleopteron. It might make it a little bit harder. I am in love with both of these books. Okay, that one makes me laugh. Okay, that looks like a big penis. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Oh, another Hanji and this. Look at that. Look at the perspective of that. I don't even know how an artist comes up with that idea, let alone draw it. It's just remarkable to me. What a talent he is. I need to find his social medias and tell him that I think he's talented. This is so much fun. What fun Happy Mail I got. Yes, this Happy Mail was for me, but I forgot about it. It's been so long since I ordered it. She took a bit to get it into the mail that I forgot it was coming. So it was Happy Mail. Plus, as you know, firsthand, my memory is Swiss cheese. So I can often buy myself a gift and then it'll be a surprise when it arrives. I call that sometimes sleep shopping, but because I was doing, before my memory was this bad, I was doing it in the evenings when I was tired. So I would forget I bought something and then it would come in the mail and be like, oh no. But now it's all the time, so. Everything's a surprise. I'm Dory all over again. I like this. The monster, I always thought Cthulhu was the name of the monster. Is that right? Seems like he is a tentacled monster. But maybe Cthulhu's the name of a character or the name of the book that the monster's in. I had a rock band for 20 years, and we did a lot of music and a lot of touring and playing, and lead guitarist was a huge Lovecraft fan, and he had t-shirts and such. And I always felt like I wasn't part of the in-group because I didn't know anything about Lovecraft. And here in, actually in Eugene, Oregon, I think Eugene or maybe Portland, they have Lovecraft festivals where they show movies for like a week and they have all kinds of events. It must be Portland because that sounds like a bigger type thing. Portland's very quirky. Well, it used to be very quirky like that. Portland's not the greatest city to visit anymore. Look at that. Okay, what do you think about this book? I love it. I'm just going to have fun in it. It's not a precious coloring book. It's an activity book. I'm going to have lots of fun in it. Yeah, I like the coloring pages. I love the activity pages. That's a really, really cool. It's all going to happen. I could see taking this on a trip. I love it. I think it's so clever. And there's the answers, which I'm not going to show. Excuse me. So that was my Happy Mail. Happy Mail from myself. Thank you, Wicked Good Books, for taking such good care of these books and sending them at a decent price. Thank you, J-Mac Creative. Julia for this. Wow. And thank you, Compounding Pharmacy, for the drugs that are keeping my brain alive. I hope you all had a good time opening these packages with me. This was a lot of fun for me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.